hollow, dude. Morning. All right, I'm gonna ride him around a second. Anywho, Kaz this morning. I'm gonna do this kind of short and quick. Hello, buddy. Because that tablet's almost dead on it, and I want to do a couple of other things. But the way that he's riding right here is what I'm really hunting for on the river. I had another short week this week because I got him rode Monday, then Tuesday came. By the time I got to him, that wind was already whipping up and created a kind of a crappy day, so we just did a little bit of groundwork. And then yesterday was Wednesday. That's when we had the rain in that. There was no way in hell I was getting anything done with him in that deal other than getting myself set backwards on him. So here we are today, Thursday, the day after the rain. So this is kind of the way I'm riding him out. He seems to be doing pretty good. I wanted to show you something else too before that tablet goes all the way dead on me. But just a couple of little things. And the question is always, so is he done? Does he stay longer? My answer to that is always, he can be better. He can get better still as time goes on, the more time I get to spend with him. But again, it's a double-edged sword there. When depending on how much you're going to be able to do with him and continue from what we've already got going here, is kind of the skill you're going to need to know how far you can take him and what you can do, and if he's okay with you going from here where I've got him now. But the longer he stays, the quieter he gets, because I introduce him to new things all the time. I wait when he's got something really down, and nothing huge. I don't go from a step that big to trying to make him do things this big, because their brain just can't handle that, especially one is kind of where he's at. I would like to be able to just have a nice droopy rein and just loping him around nice circles, but when I ask him to lope, he wants to get a little high-headed and a little pushy, so I got to slow him back down, and those are all things that I got to work at to get to the point where I like him. But just like this stuff here, I like to be able to walk around and crack my whip, and these horses don't go ape shit on me doing this kind of stuff, right? This is just something that he is starting to figure out. And does this happen in one day? It did not happen in one day. It almost took 6 days before he would not be running a circle all around me and going crazy on that. Back on up, dude. There you go. Before I could move around, and he's starting to understand that, and that's scoop by. And that's what I'm talking about on things that take time. And I could just quit this right here and not do it, but I've been doing it every day, trying to get him to really kind of get to this and not have any effect on it. But it started out from the day I was throwing ropes at him and he was jumping out of his skin from the ropes. Now I'm cracking whips around him and he's holding it together. So these little things are all points that take time. And where are we at now? 6 weeks, 7 weeks, something like that, to change this horse's attitude? Is a small drop in the bucket in the grand scheme of things. But anywho, come here, buddy. You're all right. That's kind of the way that he's been riding. Tomorrow I'm out again downriver with him to see how that day goes, and I'm assuming that's going to be a lot better than it was that last week when I was on him downriver. And it wasn't bad then either. He was just a little bit not as nice as he could be, and I'm always hunting for better and better and better. But when I can have him just like this, I can ask for a lope, I can ask for my trot, and I can ask for everything, and I don't get big changes in them, then I'm ready to release him to somebody else and say, all right, here he is, you can keep him from here. And he's not quite there yet, but he's getting pretty doggone close to that. I mean, his handle is pretty nice. Good boy. He moves off my leg. This is all stuff you guys had on him already, but he's starting to do this even a little bit nice. Or I can bump that outside leg and walk him around a circle. Good. And this is the response and the reaction I'm trying to keep this horse at all the time, this mental state. Ask him to come around that way. Everybody else is laying down. They're all waiting for lunch, and they're, you know, everybody wants to do something different. So him holding together right here for me and not acting up is nice. I'm gonna back him off that. Good boy. Nice boy. See, but these are, and underneath my legs, he doesn't feel like a bundle of nerves is ready to explode on me and just blow up like a damn bomb. He's starting to relax. He's starting to feel like a nice, relaxed horse is supposed to feel. I set up the little jump over there that I just rode him through yesterday or day before or so. Sometime I had that set up. And when he sees the jump out there, he was trying to kind of avoid that area. He was getting a little bit, he didn't even want to go near it. So I just walk him through it, walk him over it, and do all that kind of stuff. So I don't know exactly what he's trying to tell me, but he is starting to get quieter and he's starting to get better. So here we go. Let's just cut the crap. Again, if you want to wait till the end of the month, we can wait till the end of the month, which is, I don't know, the end of this week still already. I don't know. You can leave him as long as you want to leave him, though. He's getting better. He's getting quieter. Again, I haven't seen you ride, but obviously you're a little bit of a hand, too. So if you think from here you can take over and you can get it and you don't slide backwards, well, that's great. Then by all means, get him. But the longer you can leave him, the quieter he gets, because I'm introducing new things to him all the time, such as that whip cracking. This morning, when I was out, I rode him up to the fence, and there was a mask hanging on the fence. So I took that mask off of the fence. When the mask came off of the fence over top of his head, it made him kind of scoot on out away from that mask. Which if I was sitting on one ready to send home, that I was going to say, he's ready to go, this horse. I think you can trust him, and he's going to just go forward from here. I wouldn't like to send him home with that, what just happened with the mask. Did it die or what?
It said low battery, so it's getting ready.
I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't feel real comfortable sending him home that way. But again, if that's not a big deal to you, that's up to you to where you think. But those kind of things will disappear. The longer he stays, the more I'll be able to depend on him, to where I would trust somebody else to be able to get on his back and not go backwards on him. But this is where I'm at, and this is what we're going on. He's doing lots of progress all the time. Good boy, buddy. I like to tip that nose to my boot. Good. See, I'm getting softness on my pole. He's just doing everything really nice. Nice job, buddy. He's trying to be good, and he just gets better all the time. But it depends on how long I can work with them. I don't think they're ever ready to go home. I just want to keep on working and working and working on it. But unfortunately, that's not what happens. They've got to go, and I know they got to get back home. But it's kind of your call on, on what you think. But this is the guy who I'm starting to get going downriver. I'm hoping tomorrow he just rides this way all the way down the whole trip downriver. But again, just because they do it one damn time don't mean that they're finished, right? I mean, they got to do it, to me, they got to do it every time. And then I'm starting to say, here we go. Now we've got something that's really settling in on this horse. This horse is really figuring it out. And he's content with the way it's going. Good boy, buddy. See if you'll follow me. Come here. Come on. Good boy. And trying to keep him friendly and liking what he's doing. Come around my way. Good boy. I'm not going to push too fast because this is already locked on pretty decent for him. Good boy. He's trying to get friendly. He needs a bath. He needs all of that kind of stuff because we haven't been giving baths in this last week. It's been kind of cold out and all that kind of stuff. Very nice, buddy. But anywho, that's where Kaz is at. K-A-Z. I keep calling him Taz. T-A-Z. Yeah, you're just filthy, aren't you? You're just filthy, aren't you? But he's being, again, he doesn't toss me around with his head. He's super friendly around his nose. Good boy. He's holding sound. I don't have him gimping around, none of that kind of shit like that. And that comes from not overworking him and overdoing it. Anyways, you have a great afternoon. It's Thursday. Just let me know what you're thinking, and we'll set up whatever you want to do. Good enough, baby.